Herbert of the Bears is here, and when he sat down, I was like, bro, what is that, a phone? And you're like, no, bro. And then I was like, well, what is it? Is it music? Is it like some kind of jam thing I've never seen before? Because it really stands out, right? And then you said to me, what? You're like, no, bro, this is for concussions. And I was like, you're tripping, dude. There is no way that's true. And you're telling me that wand that you put on your neck helps people with concussions?
Yeah, it helps.
What is it called?
It's called a Q collar. So you'll see a lot of guys wearing it this past year, actually, but helps reduce the amount of hits you take, the repetitiveness of the hits. It helps give me that peace of mind. It's the extra piece of equipment that allows you to go out there and play free, and you not have to worry about those things.
So wait a minute. You're telling me that they have designed helmets now to absorb these shots to the head that are causing guys to get CTE, concussions, end their careers, dementia, early Alzheimer's. They have a massive problem that nobody likes talking about, which is true. Everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. Anyone that's smart knows that they have a problem. Football has a problem, not just NFL, but every level, down to kids, of taking headshots. It is no joke, and it is a bad thing. Mm-hmm. And everyone's trying to figure out a way to deal with it. And you're telling me that band right there helps with concussions.
Yeah.
And how in the F does that happen with that thing? It looks like a dog collar. What in God's name is happening?
No, it helps.
My boy Khalil. He's got like science over here. My man's from 2045. He is not actually here. He's from the future. This is a concussion fixing device. It looks like my dog's collar. And this saves lives, this guy. Look at this guy. He's from the future. He's not from the Chicago Bears. Remember I said that they made Soldier Field a spaceship? He's from the spaceship. He is actually, I'm getting probed as we speak from the future by the guy from the spaceship, Khalil Herbert. Tell me how this works.
Man, no, that's why I wear it, though. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about my kids being able to, when I'm done with football, being able to go home and
still have your mind.
Still have my mind, exactly. So, it gives me that peace of mind. But basically, it just goes around your neck.
Right. Show me how it works.
Goes like this. See there.
All right, and then what?
And you get used to it. It's real comfortable. I wore it all week during practice, during the games, training with it during the off season.
But what in God's name does it do? It looks like, because you remember back in the day they used to wear the NFL players back in the day, like in the 70s, they'd wear the neck collar, the padded neck collar. Yeah. Remember Jack Lambert of the Steelers? He wore it was like a white hook. It looked like a Colts thing.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Right. And then you're telling me that in what capacity is that bar around your neck saving your brain? I want to know. I need to learn science today.
There's a lot of science that goes into it, but not to get too scienced out. It helps. It reduces the impact that the brain takes by cutting off a little bit of circulation. Basically, creates a bubble around your brain to make it short and simple. And
how did you get turned on to it? Like, how did they approach you? Like, listen, we're going to save your brain. We want you to sponsor us.
That's not a hard thing to, sell, I feel like. Having that extra piece of equipment that saves you, that helps prevent things, that helps you stay on the field longer. I feel like any edge you can get in this game is very important. So having that edge, being out there longer and having that peace of mind helps.
Do you believe that when you transferred to Virginia Tech and played in Blacksburg, and they started doing that Metallica jump thing at the stadium, that may have been the early onset of your brain problems? That the fans in Blacksburg actually are to blame for the potential of you having an early onset of concussions without ever taking a hit? That the actual hokey fans literally tried to kill you with their Metallica jump.
If anybody could do it, they could do it. But I played during COVID, so I missed all of it.
Oh, so I
missed all of it.
So wait a minute. You went to college when everyone that went to college had no college experience?
Yeah, that was my last year.
Was it awful?
Yeah, it was bad because that was a big reason why I transferred to VT. Obviously, the fan base and that whole experience.
You played in front of empty stadiums.
Empty stadium, yeah.
What could be worse than that, Khalil?
Yeah, it was.
Was it a drag?
It was. The worst part was I went back the following year for the first game and played on a Friday night against North Carolina, rocking.
Oh, I know. I've been there.
And I was like, man, I want to suit up right now. So it definitely sucked, but it worked.
When you were in Lawrence, did you feel at all like you were Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz? Because it's in the middle of nowhere, and all there is corn and miles of nothing. Did you ever feel, because you transferred, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you feel at any point that you were Tutu or Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz?
Honestly, no. I think it's a misconception about Kansas. It's not in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, it is.
No,
I've been there. Yes, it is.
It's 30 minutes, 45 minutes from Kansas City.
I know, but listen, I used to work in Kansas City, and so I used to go to Lawrence when Larry Brown was basketball coach. The only thing I know is this is just for the first time ever in like the last 100 years that they've actually been good in football. It's always been a basketball school, and no one cared about the football team forever, and that's why you transferred, because you were actually Dorothy and you're from a spaceship in the future.
They're doing good now, though. Coach Leipold.
They are doing good.
Coach Leipold.
But you don't have any ties to them after you leave, do you? Or you just have friends everywhere?
Yeah, a couple teammates still.
Still a couple teammates?
Younger guys.
They're actually good in football now.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So what's it like for you in so far in the NFL with the Bears and everything? You like it? How about how the people in Chicago have been fighting for a new stadium? Everyone's arguing and fighting. Arlington, they're going to build it near where they have it now in the south of the parking lot of the Soldier Field. All I know is I had Jim McMahon, I'm friends with, the quarterback that won the Super Bowl in '85. He was here yesterday, and I was like, the greatest team ever, greatest defense ever. They put the fear of God in players. No one wanted to get hit by that defense. Quarterbacks, running backs, they were scared to death of that defense. And they used to play in Soldier Field when it was just pillars and the wind whipped through there and it was awful. And then they ruined it by turning it into a spaceship that you live in and you run the future. And then now they're going to build a new stadium, but no one can agree on where to put it. Doesn't that you get sick of hearing about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited if they do, though. I mean,
new stadium, new digs,
new stadium. So that'll be nice, especially for the bigger games, and especially like playing in Minnesota, you get to see how much of a
how much you don't want to live there.
But how much of an advantage having that new stadium and the crowd noise is. So I think it'd be cool.
Do you think that you are going to turn on them if they get rid of your boy Justin Fields? I would turn on them as like you go to work one day and you're like, hey, boss, how are you? Hey, good to see you, coach. How you doing, boys? Offensive linemen, I love you guys. And then if they trade Justin Fields, like, I hate you, I never liked you, and you guys don't leave me any holes to run through.
Oh,
if they get rid of him, isn't that like a huge mistake? I think it is.
Look, that's above my pay grade. That's my boy, though. You're
gonna draft some college boy. He actually was better the year he won the Heisman than he was last year. Last year, I think he had too many cheerleader dates. He might have gone out with too many cheerleaders for Friday, Saturday night. Your boy Caleb. I can't imagine getting rid of Justin Fields for him. He's still in diapers, that kid. Honestly. I mean it.
We'll see what happens, man.
The other day, I slammed my hand down here, and all the other shows got offended. And it was better because I wore a mafia ring when I did it. So when I smacked the table, it was like a gunshot went off, and there were people ducking everywhere, people running, jumping over fences, people stealing golf clubs.
They do got some.
It all happened, so I stopped wearing the ring. Look at me, I'm bare today. I had the mafia ring, I had a gold ring, and when I wear them, they're so shiny and diamonds like your bling that like people are blinded, people running for their lives. He's from the future. He is saving lives with the Q collar. My man Khalil Herbert. My man, great to meet you, bro.